Hello and welcome to another video review featuring one of my favorite anime this 2015, Monster Musume no iru Nichijou. Now before I go into the review proper, I would like to address that this anime is sexual in nature, delivering most of its comedy in a very sexual and sensual way. It's very explicit and not really meant for kids. Although I'll have to say that it's still well within the realm of your average Avon romance novel. So with that said, let's dive into the world of Monster Musume. 3 years ago, the world has discovered the existence of fabulous creatures, which were once thought to be mythical. Thanks to the interspecies exchange bill, these wondrous creatures are now allowed to assimilate in our society, but with the guidance of their human host. Fortunately, they've assimilated into the human culture without any major incidents. It is also important to note that anyone who harms a creature who is in the area for the purpose of cultural exchange will be punished severely, according to the interspecies exchange bill. But the opposite is true as well. If a monster hurts a human, they will be deported back to their homeland. Note that the interspecies exchange bill strictly prohibits interbreeding. This is important because this is where most of the comedy comes into play. Enter our main protagonist, a teenager named Kurusu Kimito, as he is inducted as a volunteer into this government exchange program. His world is suddenly changed upside down as a Lamia, a half-human, half-snake creature named Mia, comes to live with him, and it's Kurusu's job to take care of her and make sure that she integrates into his everyday life. Another important character of the series is Cultural Exchange Coordinator Miss Smith, as she is tasked with assigning monsters to their respective hosts, specifically for Kurusu, while also being the head of an elite monster squad called Monster Ops Neutralization, or simply known as MON, which is comprised of a zombie, a cyclops, an ogre, and a doppelganger, whose job is basically the SWAT team for the non-human counterparts, making sure that no human is hurt by other non-humans. Mia has become very attached to Kurusu, both romantically and sexually, but the rules of the exchange bill keeps him from indulging into his human nature, to the point that he runs away, or at least he tries to. As the series progresses, Kurusu is given the task to take care of other various monsters, such as Papi, a harpy which is a half-human, half-bird type of creature whose body does not grow, which is why she looks like a kid despite her age being 18. She is also a bird brain, which means that she forgets things easily, even misinterpreting certain words, which I thought was really funny. And then we have Centaurea, a dignified member of the Centaur race, which is a breed of half-human, half-horse, hell-bent on serving her chosen master, which is of course our main protagonist, Kurusu. Sue is a slime monster, and there's nothing special with her really. She's just a blob of liquid, similar to the movie Holy fucking shit! Calm down. Calm down. She's basically a changeling who could emulate anything she wishes. And in episode 10, she transforms into a giant kaiju straight out of a Godzilla movie. In fact, she even has Godzilla's dorsal spines and even breathes fire. And because of that, I consider this one of my favorite episodes because I fucking love Godzilla. And then you have Mero, your typical mermaid breed who may have come from a royal descent, as she is treated and respected very well by different people outside of Kurusu's life, including Miss Smith. Smith even went through giving Mero a large swimming pool as her private room in Kurusu's house, providing us with more evidence that she is indeed from royalty. And finally, we have Racnera, an arachne who moved into Kurusu's life because her former host The director was maltreating her by profiting off of her spiderwebs and just generally being rude to her. And before that, she was sold off by her host family to the director because of their fear of what she looked like. It's kinda sad if you think about it. I mean, she was sold off by her first host and then taken for granted by her second. This, along with the director's cruel behavior, left her with a deep hatred against humans. Until she met Kurusu. She found out that Kurusu is a decent person who holds no discrimination against non-humans, and she has been flirting with him ever since, even in front of Miya and Centaurea, who see her as their potential love rival. The series is fast-paced, not only in introducing more monster girls, but also in advancing plots and storylines. But for some reason, it doesn't really feel rushed. They did an amazing job in providing comedy with the increasing amount of new characters without actually giving us the feeling of drag. This is good because honestly, I'd rather watch an episode with real value rather than watching a filler episode, which I assume everyone does. One of my favorite episodes is episode 9, where Miya goes on a date with Kurusu. And by the way, the rules are lifted, and Kurusu is now allowed to find a suitable bride from our 5 girls. Thus, he goes on a date with Miya, but sadly, he has to bring along Mero, who supports Miya as a potential love interest for Kurusu. So when your crush is going on a date, you have to come along in order to support your rival. That makes no sense! Oh Mero, you and your tragic love fantasy. Kurusu and Miya get some alone time together, and this is where the episode cements Kurusu's affection for Miya, as they share a very intimate and passionate kiss. Fuck you, Mero! Miya, kill her! Further at the end of the episode, Miya finds a peculiar box in Kurusu's jacket, and it's revealed that it was a pendant that Kurusu was about to give her as a present. Further supporting my theory that sometime soon, if we get a season 2, Kurusu will end up marrying Miya. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. The final episode was basically about death approaching Kurusu. The death monster known as Lala warns Kurusu that his time has come. This news of course triggers our girls into an immense overdrive to protecting Kurusu at all costs. While doing so, each of them almost brought Kurusu even closer to death. Another scene worth noting here is when Lala threatens Kurusu for the last time. Miya volunteers to die as well, so that both of them can meet in heaven, slamming the final nail to the coffin of her genuine love for Kurusu. Actually, everybody loves him just as equal. It's just that everybody join in for the Miya's fan club. Miya, 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 yeah, come on, Miya, Miya, Miya. Later, it is revealed that Lala is not death incarnate itself. Rather, she is a Dullahan whose job is to escort the souls of the dead from the mortal realm into the afterlife. And she eats a hell lot of fruit. So aside from the sexual comedy and the awkward jokes that the series has, can we pick up any lesson here? The answer is, we can. Kurusu is a representation of a noble character who has his priorities straight and takes full responsibility. He holds no prejudice towards anybody, especially to other girls, no matter how they look or how they act. In fact, he actually encourages them to be themselves and not to hold back on their feelings and emotions. He holds no resentment and accepts everyone for what they are. And this, in turn, earns him not just love, but so much respect from everyone around him. So with that said, I give Monster Musume Season 1 a solid 9.5 over 10, Sue transforming into a fucking giant kaiju! My name is Sim Blackblade, and thanks for watching Sim Reviews.
想像しくて大変なこともあるけど、でも毎日が楽しい。これがモンスター娘のいる日常かな。
Season 1 is over. And Season 2 is not yet even confirmed. What anime is there that has great humor and great storyline at the same time?